Gunner, how have you felt your confidence grow after these first 2 road starts?
Yeah, I think definitely having some games under your belt, definitely away games will help, and I think it's grown my confidence a lot.
Gunner, can you talk about just the primary difference after the before and after? I mean, your offense looked kind of dead in the water, and your defense comes up with a play, and you guys got it right down the field and kind of took over the second half. How do you explain that?
Yeah, I'm glad we played 4 quarters. That's why they give you. So I'm glad we ended up doing what we had to do to win the ball game.
Do you feel a boost from something like that as a player when your defense makes a play?
Yeah, definitely. It's like, hey, they got you back, and we got to respond. So I'm definitely excited for Ole Miss.
Kirby was talking about what makes Lane Kiffin and their quarterback dynamic so successful is between when the clock goes off and up into 15 seconds, Lane's always in his ear talking about what he sees. For what comes to you, what kind of information do you love learning from the press box above? What helps you kind of map out the next play? What are you looking for in that communication between Coach Bobo and yourself to make it a successful play?
Yeah, when Coach Bobo gives me the play, and then we kind of, depending on the play, we kind of know what we're looking for, and he does a good job getting it in and hearing it and giving me what I need to know.
Yeah, Kirby was saying that last touchdown drive kind of shows what this offense is. Small chunks, look for big plays when it's there. What's your take as the quarterback on what this offense is through 6 games and what it could be going forward the rest of the year?
Yeah, I think our offense, we never quit. We're resilient, and we did what we had to do to win the ball game. And this team, we never quit. We're hard to put away, and I think that's the best part about our offense.
Could you dive into the end zone for the final touchdown, Superman pose, all that stuff? At some point, I'm sure Kirby said maybe you take a knee there, maybe you slide. Did that conversation ever come up after that game, after that play?
Yeah, it was kind of heat of the moment. We kind of already moved on to Ole Miss. So.
What are your early impressions of this Ole Miss defense and just what you guys are going to be up against?
Yeah, they're really good. They've got really great players, and it'll be another great SEC opponent, and we're really looking forward to it.
You guys have had to start 6 different offensive line combinations at this point. What kind of impact has that had on this offense? And as you guys maybe try and get healthier there, what does that give you encouragement about what you can do moving forward?
Yeah, like I said, our offense, we never quit. Those guys battle. It doesn't matter who it is. It's kind of next man up mentality, and they're always ready to fight.
Monroe was named the offensive lineman after the week after Kirby said Miller probably wasn't even know if he was going to make the trip. What does he mean to you? What does it say about who he is to say I'm coming, I'm playing, and then be rewarded for his play against Auburn?
Yeah, he definitely battled. He did a great job, and just being able to play when you don't feel so well, it means the world.
Gunner, we've seen you take some big hits this year, and every time you seem to just kind of pop back up. Is that, what is that? Why do you continue to pop up that way? And is there any coaching that has happened, so you don't take some of those hits?
Yeah, I never really want to lay on the ground. It's never really a good look. So I've always just popped up. So.
Gunner, you've obviously been in the program a long time and played a lot of really great players behind the walls of practice, but now you're doing it in some of the most hostile stadiums. Can you maybe reflect on how different you are now at the midway point of the season than the guy we saw come out of the tunnel against Marshall?
Yeah, just having the experience going to Tennessee in some of those games, and just having those games under my belt, it's definitely changed me.
You had the big completion to Noah on Saturday. 1, how big was that for the offense, having that explosive play? And just 2, how much does that sort of fit what Noah can bring to this offense and what we could see from him going forward? Yeah,
it was a big momentum play, and he made a great play and great catch. I'm glad he came down with it, and he's a great player and even better guy.
Gunner, did you avoid the traffic last year at Ole Miss when all the fans rushed the field? And do you think there's any motivation for this team to kind of get back at?
Yeah, this is a whole new year. We're definitely excited for Ole Miss, and it'll be a great environment, great SEC game.
Yeah, I remember at one point Carson said, they felt like more confidence in himself in front of his teammates once you'd actually gone on the road and and won a game. Do you feel kind of that same thing in yourself and from your teammates of, yeah, you've won at Tennessee, won at Auburn, won some big games? Does it feel different from a confidence perspective?
Yeah, for sure. I think going on the road in the SEC is hard, and it definitely, and heck, anywhere you go in the SEC, it's going to be hard. So it'll give you a lot of confidence.
You mentioned the defense, but what does Ole Miss do in terms of its pass rush that makes it difficult to go against?
Yeah, they do a great job. They get after the quarterback, and they got a lot of great guys on defense, and we're excited for the challenge.
Gunner right up here. First couple games, there's a lot of design runs for you. A lot of the throws were near the line of scrimmage. You guys are taking more downfield shots in the coming weeks. How have you seen defenses kind of evolve to how they play you in this offense?
Yeah, some defenses they've played some zone and try to take away some of the deeper shots. So just being able to take what they give us and move on.
Yeah, from a player's perspective, what's Kirby Smart like on the sidelines of a game, and what do those interactions look like with you two?
Yeah, Coach Smart, he definitely he's awesome on the sideline. And, he brings the fire, passion, energy every day. So I think that's what makes him special.
Gunner, Kirby, I think, did describe you as a gunslinger at one point. I know the Texas game last year, there was the one interception. I think you only had one in 6 games this year. Has avoiding mistakes been an emphasis for you? Would you like to, did you have to kind of consciously kind of rein yourself in as a mentality coming into this year?
I think I just need to cut it loose sometimes and just play ball at the end of the day. The Lord's kind of blessed me with some. Might should have been some picks earlier in the season, but I'm excited to go out there and play every day.
To follow up on what Connor asked, what's Kirby like in the locker room after a big road win against a rival like Auburn or like Tennessee?
Yeah, he's awesome. That's one of the coolest parts about the locker room. Just after a game, playing football, it's awesome, but being in that locker room and sharing those memories is definitely special.
To follow up on that, did you see him jump on the table and get the fans going crazy? And if so, what would it take for you to do something like that?
I did not. I think I was already in the locker room, but that was pretty cool.
Have any more for Gunner? One more?
Yeah, I think I tracked it. It was almost like 30 minutes before the game kicked off where you actually got to go take a snap. Are you watching the defense in there? Are you kind of in your own zone? What are you doing during all that time? And does the pressure mount a little bit when you know, all right, finally I get to go out there and do this?
Yeah, I think for me, I always want to get the ball first and just go ahead and get the first drive under. But that didn't always work sometimes. But just being able to be ready and go when our number's called.
Thank you, Gunner.
Thanks, Gunner.